your electricity bill just went up again. And it's not stopping. The average American household is paying almost double what they paid 5 years ago, and it keeps climbing. But what if I told you that right now? Today, you could run your entire house, your AC, your electric dryer, your oven, even charge your electric vehicle, completely off solar. No power company, no monthly bill. And you could do it for about $12,000 to $14,000, when solar companies are quoting people $80,000 to $100,000 for the same thing. I'm going to show you exactly how. Stay with me. In this video, I'm going to break down every single piece of this whole home solar setup, what it is, why it matters, and where to get it for the best price. By the end, you're going to know exactly what to buy and in what order to build this yourself. All the links to every product I mention are in the description below. I've already done the research and found the best sources so you don't have to go hunting. Now let's get into it. There are 3 parts to every solar system: the output, the storage, and the input. We're going to go through each one. Think of it like this. The solar panels are like a garden hose filling up a bucket. The batteries are the bucket. And the inverter is what turns that stored energy into the kind of electricity your house can actually use. Get those 3 things right and you have a system that runs your whole home, silently, forever, with no fuel, no fumes, and no power bill. Let's start with the most important piece, the brain of the whole operation. This is the EG4 12000 XP inverter. And this thing is an absolute beast. It pushes out 12,000 watts of continuous power. To put that in plain English, that's enough to run your central air conditioner, your electric dryer, your oven, and charge your EV all at the same time. Most inverters at this power level cost way more and do way less. This one has a feature called the Smart Load Outlet. Here's why that matters for homesteaders and anyone who runs equipment. You can set it so that a specific device, say a chest freezer, a water pump, or even a crypto miner, only runs when your batteries are already full and your house is already taken care of. It turns itself off automatically when power gets tight. That's genius. It can also accept up to 24,000 watts of solar panels feeding into it, so you can grow this system over time without ever replacing the inverter. Now here's something most people don't know. You can get this inverter as part of a complete kit that includes the panels and batteries already matched and priced together. That link is in the description. I'll come back to that. But first, let me show you the part of this system that most people get wrong. The batteries are the most expensive part of this build. And there's one decision you have to make before you buy them. And if you get it wrong, it could mean your system doesn't work the way you want it to. I'm going to explain exactly what that decision is and which one you should choose based on your situation right after this. Okay, here's the battery decision. There are 2 types of server rack batteries out there: UL listed and non-UL listed. UL listed just means the battery has gone through official safety testing and got a government stamp of approval. Non-UL listed means the battery might be just as good on the inside, but it skipped that testing process. Here's why it matters for you. If you want your system to automatically switch back to grid power in the middle of the night when your batteries run out, and then switch back to solar in the morning, you need UL listed batteries. That's the fully automatic setup. Set it and forget it. If you're doing a pure off-grid setup like in this video, where you're not connecting to the grid at all and you're fine managing it yourself, then you can go with non-UL listed batteries and save some serious money. We're talking potentially $700 less per battery. For a 6-battery setup, that's over $4,000 in savings. The link in the description takes you to both options so you can choose what fits your situation. I've already found the best prices so you don't have to go searching. These batteries stack right into a server rack, and when they're all connected and talking to the inverter, you get live readings right on the screen. Battery percentage. How many watts are coming in from the panels? How many watts the house is pulling? You can see everything in real time. 6 of these batteries gives you about 30 kilowatt hours of storage. To put that in plain English, that's enough to run an average house for more than a full day with no sun at all. Hey, real quick, if you like this info, please like the video, comment, and subscribe to the channel as it helps us grow and shows your support. I drop new videos every week. Okay, back to the panels. Now for the part that actually makes the whole thing work, the solar panels. Here's where I'm going to save you some money compared to what most people do. The original version of this build uses 24 panels at 400 watts each. That gets you about 9,600 watts of solar input total. But here's the upgrade. Go with 560-watt bifacial panels instead. Bifacial means the panel captures sunlight from both the front and the back. You get more power from the same amount of space. With 560-watt panels, you only need 18 panels to hit the same power output. That's 6 fewer panels to mount, wire, and maintain, and the total wattage is nearly identical. Less work, same power, potentially lower total cost depending on what panels are going for when you're watching this. Now where do you put them? The cheapest option is portable panel stands. No permits needed in most areas. But if you want something more permanent, you can do ground mounts, stakes that go right into the ground and hold the panels at the perfect angle year-round. That link is also in the description. Either way, keep them out of shade. Even one shaded panel can drag down the whole system. Full sun is everything. Okay, so now you've got the inverter, the batteries, and the panels all wired together. How does it actually power your house? This part is simpler than it sounds. You run a heavy-duty cable from the inverter through your garage wall or attic to a generator inlet port on the outside of your house. That's just a weatherproof plug that accepts power from the inverter the same way it would accept power from a gas generator. From there, a cable runs to your electrical panel, your breaker box, where you install what's called an interlock kit. An interlock is just a small metal piece that physically locks your main grid breaker in the off position whenever your solar breaker is on. It's a safety device, so the two power sources can never be on at the same time. This is important. It's also required by code almost everywhere. You'll need to find the interlock kit specific to your panel brand, Square D, Siemens, Murray, and so on. I've linked the transfer switch and hookup kit collection in the description so you can find the right one for your setup. One thing to note, in most states this connection requires a small electrical permit. Not a big deal. Usually a quick online application and a brief inspection. Always check local requirements before you do this work, and if you're not comfortable with electrical work, have a licensed electrician do the panel connection. The rest of this build is very DIY friendly. Here's the one trick that makes this entire system work with central air conditioning, and most people skip this step and then wonder why their system trips out. When an air conditioner starts up, it pulls a massive surge of power, way more than when it's just running. We're talking about 4 to 5 times the normal running wattage for a split second. That surge can overwhelm the inverter and cause it to shut down. The fix is a device called a soft start. It's a small box that ties into your AC unit and smooths out that startup surge. Instead of hitting the inverter with 120 amps of starting power all at once, it ramps up slowly and brings it down to about 34 amps. That's the difference between the inverter shutting off every time the AC kicks on and running your house perfectly on solar all summer long. It's about $400, and it is absolutely worth every single penny. Do not skip this step if you have central AC. The link for the best option is in the description. Okay, let's talk money. A solar company quoted one homeowner $100,000 to go fully off-grid. Let's look at what this DIY system actually costs. The inverter, around $1,800 to $2,000. 6 server rack batteries, roughly $4,600 to $6,000 depending on which option you choose. 18 to 24 solar panels, roughly $3,200 to $4,300 depending on wattage and brand. The battery rack, around $750. The AC soft start, $400. Wiring, inlet box, interlock kit, and hardware, maybe $500 total. Add it all up, you're looking at roughly $11,000 to $14,000 for a complete whole-home solar system that runs everything. That's 1/8 the cost of what the solar company quoted. Now, is it more work than just writing a check? Yes. Is it doable for a homeowner or handy person with a free weekend? Absolutely. I've linked to every single component in the description below. I found the best prices I could, and some of the kits bundle everything together at an even better value than buying piece by piece. Definitely worth checking both options before you order. Here's what I want you to take away from this. Energy independence is not just for people with $100,000 to spend. It's not just for people who live off the grid in the middle of nowhere. This is something that any homeowner can do for a fraction of what the solar companies charge, and you can do it this year. Every link to every product in this build is in the description below. The panels, the batteries, the inverter, the complete kits, everything. I've done the research so you can just click and order. If this video saved you money or gave you a clear picture of how to do this, give it a thumbs up. It really does help other people find this content who are trying to break free from rising electricity costs. And if you want to see more guides like this, how to build a home that doesn't need the grid step by step, hit subscribe. I put out a new guide every week. Drop a comment below. Are you going full off-grid? Or are you doing a hybrid setup where you stay connected to the grid as a backup? I'd love to hear what you're building.